fight for the women's title. That was the first match I'd ever seen her in.
And she did good. I mean, hell, she won the women's championship, you know?
And, thank you, Riho.
We're not getting into that, Sean. I'm just going to leave it. Sean. Let's move along.
I'm just saying.
Move along, Sean.
Thank you, Riho.
The wheels are rolling.
But yeah, that tag match was all right. Like, it had some sloppy spots, some like slow spots, but it wasn't like a horrible tag team match either. I'd give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I'd actually say about 3.5 as well. Maybe 3 3/4. You know. The next matchup was, I believe, Darby Allin versus Jimmy Havoc, which we talked about that just a minute ago a little bit. Great match. These two put on a hell of a fucking match. Once again, putting their bodies on the line.
The winner of the match would receive a title shot next week on Dynamite.
And I was fairly sure they were going to put it on Jimmy, at least give him the chance against Jericho. But no, Darby is just, after that match he had with fucking Cody at Fyter Fest, and now the match last week I heard was really good.
Then the Cracker Barrel Classic.
Yeah, like he has just been kicking some ass here. So, props to Darby, you know.
I've been waiting for him to start getting some W's, man. Like, I was starting to think that he was never going to win one, but he's been, like I said, he's been kicking some ass.
Yeah, props to fucking Darby. I can't give him any shit. Like, that was a good fucking match.
Yeah. He'll be taking on Chris Jericho next week.
You know, that I wasn't like big on, but it didn't really take away from the match. So I'd give it like a 4.8. You know,
I'd give it a solid 4.5.
Yeah, like a 4.8 for me. Let's see. The match after that was Moxley versus Shawn Spears.
See, I only saw the opening part of that.
This one was.
I paused it. What's his name that comes out with Shawn Spears?
This was a fucking slobber knocker. I mean, this is another one of those matches that could have been a main event of the show. I mean, they just beat the holy hell out of each other. You know, back and forth, outside the ring, inside the ring. Moxley is just using what he calls his unscripted violence. And Shawn Spears, the self-proclaimed chairman of AEW, had no defense for it. I'm sorry. You know. But eventually, Moxley got the W, even with fucking the interference from Tully Blanchard. Which I love the fact that he's involved. I love the fact that Blanchard is involved with Shawn Spears. I think that is just the fucking coolest thing ever.
Until Arn Anderson comes out and spine busters.
I just want to see that again. I want to see Arn just spine bust Shawn Spears again. Anybody. Arn, you just come out and do it to anybody. Pick somebody, do it, leave. Just do that every week. Doesn't matter who it is. No storyline. Pick somebody, spine bust them, and then walk out.
Some random spot during that. Come out.
It could be AEW's version of Ron Simmons'
just so we can see it. Yep.
Comes out, spine busts MJF next week. Week after, he picks Kenny Omega, spine busts the fuck out of him. You know, no rhyme or reason.
Doesn't matter.
No heel or face. Just whomever is standing in the ring when he comes out.
And popcorn guy in the crowd.
Yep, spine buster
him. Doesn't matter.
I mean, that's a meme right there. You know what, AEW? I'm not saying I work for you, but I do take my checks in the mail. Just saying.
That's right. We'll be your new creative team.
But no. Good match. Great match. Now, the ending. Now, you didn't get to see the ending, right?
Like I said, I paused. I saw the first time Tully got involved and Mox chased him around the side of the ring. And then I paused it because it was already like midnight. So I just forgot to finish watching it the next day.
So, ending, Kenny Omega comes out after Moxley had won the match. And he's got a broom covered in barbed wire in one hand and a baseball bat covered in barbed wire in the other. And Mox meets him halfway up the ramp, and they're just like staring at each other. I mean, the intensity could have been cut with a knife. fucking Kenny throws the baseball bat at Moxley's feet, and it's just like ready. You know, like the crowd is losing their shit. You know what I'm saying? Then Pac comes out of nowhere with a fucking chair and wipes out Kenny Omega from behind. And I was just fucker. You know, and then Moxley didn't take advantage of it. He was like, "Oh no, that's not how we do things." Like he was like fucking admonishing Pac for like fucking like cussing him out and shit. He didn't attack Kenny, didn't help him up or anything, but he did attack him. So I was just like, "Woo!"
And that's how it ended.
That's how that match ended.
Ah.
I was just like, "Oh shit, it's getting hot in here. I'm gonna take up all your clothes." And now, it's time for the main event of the evening. Dustin Rhodes and Hangman Page versus Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, the Inner Circle. So this is a good match. This is a really good fucking match. Another great match. Like I said, it was the main event. If it hadn't have been, it really could have been the main event, just like a bunch of the matches on the card that night. You know, obviously after one of those Judas elbows, after a great fucking match, Jericho gets the win. And I mean, it was a good fucking match. There was a lot of misdirection, a lot of those missed tags and stuff. You know, fucking Hangman and Dustin were a good team together. A lot of chemistry there. I'm hoping we get to see more from them together. You know, a couple of tag team matches out of it. Guevara and Jericho did a good job together. Good chemistry, you know, playing off the old Titan and, you know, new young stud kind of story deal. That worked really well for them. Sammy is just a fucking bullet. If he didn't already have a nickname, I'd say we need to start calling him Bullet. I mean, the guy was quick, you know. So they were just, it was a great fucking match. That's all there is to say about it. I give that a 5, legit. I mean, it was just a great match, and the way it ended, you know, I mean, he hits the pin and gets it, and so they all start attacking, because Hadar, we call him Jack Swagger, but, you know, I'm trying to actually remember his name now, you know, so we obviously don't call him that anymore.
Jake Hagar.
Is it Hagar?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you know, Hagar is on the outside. He actually attacks Hangman before the match is over so that they can get the win and stuff, you know, and then he gets in the ring and starts helping them attack fucking, you know, Dustin Rhodes. So here comes Hangman. He comes in, and by the way, earlier in the match, I just want to say, he hit fucking Sammy Guevara with a clothesline so fucking hard, it legitimately hurt me. It legitimately hurt me. You watch Sammy Guevara go end over end, land on his back, his arms just still in the air, just like he doesn't know where he is. He's back in 3rd grade right now. He's with his friends at the table. You know? I mean, like, it was one of the most hard-hitting clotheslines I have ever seen. If that's not a meme by fucking next Wednesday, then we're not doing our job as human beings. Just saying. But, no, so, you know, they get back into it after the match. They're all attacking Dustin. Well, here comes Hangman. He jumps in, and Hagar and Hangman are going at it, and they're having some time and stuff, and then the lights go out. Or no, and then next up comes the Young Bucks, and they run out of the ring, and they're attacking LAX because they've came out, you know, to help and shit. And it's just kind of a brawl between those two, and they're getting them out of the ring. And then all of a sudden the lights go down. It's just Jericho in the ring by himself. The lights go down. And it's dark for a good second. Then up come the fucking lights, and there's Cody across the fucking ring in a white suit. And he's taking off his watch and his shit. And he's like, you want to fight? You want to fight? You know? So he fucking just jumps Jericho, and they are fucking having it out, you know? I mean, just duking it out back and forth. And eventually Jericho gets away from the brawl, is continuing it on the outside, then back into the ring. Eventually, only the elite are left into the ring. And LAX and the rest of them kind of got out. And Jericho's at the ramp, and he's talking shit to fucking Cody. And then down the ramp on a skateboard comes Darby Allin from behind. He pulls an ollie off the back of fucking Jericho and then lands it. And fucking, you know, and Jericho's obviously pissed. You know, I mean, you know, he's pissed off. I think he hit Jericho with the skateboard after that, and then got into the ring with the rest of the Elite. And I mean, they're just, Jericho's like, I'll see you at Full Gear, Cody, and I'll see you next week, you little bitch. And I'm just like, oh my God, fucking nuts. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, I mean, great match, great ending. I'd give it another 5. I'd give the whole show a 5, honestly, for me. It was just what I wanted of a wrestling show. I got excitement. I got a little bit of story. There was some dialogue. There was story building. There was comedy. There was drama. There was surprise. There was what you expected. You got nostalgia. You got fresh. You got everything out of this show. They crammed every bit of that into an hour and 47 minutes. And you're telling me WWE couldn't cram that in 3 hours? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason that they can't.
If these guys,
I'm not
going to say they have a smaller budget than WWE,
man.
because with the backing of Shad Khan, the backing of TNT, they've got to have a pretty fucking good budget. It can't be crazy low, but and it's not insanely high. But
they're not complacent.
What is it?
They're not complacent.
Yeah.
WWE is. That's a huge difference.
Yeah. I mean, they're hungry. And you can tell it when they come out to the ring. They're hungry, for the crowd, for the energy, for the moments, for the history, for what they're doing in the wrestling business. The only thing they are self-aware about is the fact about the footprint they're leaving on wrestling history, and they damn sure are making sure they swing that leg around a little bit and dig their fucking heels in so that they know, and this goes to anybody and everybody, every other wrestling company out there on the face of the earth that stands a chance of competing with AEW on any kind of scale, they let them know, hey, we're here and we're not planning on going anywhere anytime soon, And that's what they're doing.
I don't see them going anywhere either, especially if they keep like this, man. They can, it's going to be a good. I'm glad I'm along for the ride.
I'm glad I'm a wrestling fan right now, man. I can't imagine if I was just not into wrestling. It seems so much fun. I don't want. I'm glad that I'm into wrestling, but I'm also glad that not every person in the world is into wrestling, because then it would be boring, So
yeah.
But I do encourage people, hey, if you haven't watched it before, now is the time. Now is the time to get involved.
Yeah, exactly.
I
was talking to a couple of my coworkers at work the other day, and I was saying the exact same thing. If you ever want to get back into wrestling, now's the time. AEW, freaking.
I'm trying to get my brother back in, man. I'm trying so hard right now. He used to be so huge into it, just like me. We taped every episode of Raw from at least 2006 to 2008. And we never kept the tape. We would just re-record the same tape every fucking week, because we could afford that. But we would, dude. We watched that bitch. And I mean, he was in it. But he just got so fed up with WWE. WWE just kind of fucking killed him, But he's starting to come around, I think. I'm starting to talk him into it. I've got to download The Last of Us, which is a PlayStation 4 video game. He said if I do that, he'll come out and watch a full episode of AEW. So I'm going to get him on here. We're going to watch this shit. I'm going to try my damnedest to get him in it for at least a little bit, because it's so much fun, It's just so awesome to watch, especially when you have a history of watching it and you've been away for a long time. I can't imagine if I just started watching wrestling again right now and this be completely new to me, at least some of these people. I'd be like, what the fuck? Where the fuck have I been?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell. This is honestly one of the pay-per-views that, this is one of the pay-per-views I hope within the next couple years they just do away with it. Because I don't think there's ever been a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view that I was like, holy shit, that was amazing. Every Hell in a Cell that I can remember has been a steamy pile of shit. And